Right, it's Dave Johan for the Boxing Voice. Pleased to be joined by trainer and head coach of Ed Gym, Will Jones. How are you, Will?
Yeah, very well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How's things been? What have you got going on?
It's been good. It's been we had the little blip during the COVID sort of era. Like saying era now, don't you? The COVID play, but we've bounced back. I had Ohara and Hamza and Umar out during the COVID time. I've since then split from Hamza and Umar. They've gone to do their own sort of training. Hamza's based himself in America, Umar's in Spain now, and then they'll be coming back for their fights. Mutual thing, really got we all on good terms and that, nothing, no bitterness or anything, we're still close. I speak to their uncles and dad a lot. I speak to Hamza and Umar as well, but yeah, just a part of ways. Like they want to go on and do their thing, I want to focus on my stable that I've got here that I've built up. What else have I been up to? I've got, as you've seen today, I've got a good big stable of fighters. You've only met, I think, how many interviews done with them today?
About three of them.
Three of them. There's only three of them. There's more to come. There's more boys. Sonny will be here soon. Yeah, I've had, what have I had? So Arnold's just been announced by Frank Warren. He should be out September time. Sonny Ali's been announced by Frank Warren, so he should be out at the same sort of time. Ohara's date is to be announced anytime. That's very, very exciting. Really excited for this fight. It's a big test for Ohara and me as a coach, I think, as well.
Wow. If we just pause on that one, obviously you can't say who it is or anything.
No,
but is it at least going to be on television?
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. If they don't televise this fight, something's wrong with the world. No.
But they never televised the well, in UK the Josh Taylor fight, did they?
Which was shocking. That's right. Yeah.
As well, we never got that, did we?
So yeah, this will be televised.
Good.
It's a very, very, very big fight. And if once you'll get more news when it all gets announced. It's hard not being able to tell people because I get excited about it, and I'm like, oh, guess what? Oh, I've got next. And they're like, oh, what's that? I'm like, oh, not much. I just turn away a bit. It's a bit hard, but yeah. So it's a big fight for that. Big, like I said, big test for me and Ohara, me as a coach, to get it all right, get the plan right, get Ohara in the best shape we possibly can. Last time we had Ohara's fight, I had the help of Kevin Mitchell.
Yes.
Mitchell, world-class fighter, but we've gone our separate ways. Kevin wants to do his own thing, sort his own fighters, stable fighters out, and listen, I've no bad feeling with Kev either. I can only wish him the best as well. So yeah, I've got Ohara in there. I've got my big heavyweight Franco, who's literally sparred the who's who of UK heavyweights this year. Not this year, the last few months. We've had Johnny Fisher, a good close friend of mine, Mark Tibbs as well as a friend, his coach is a friend. Johnny Fisher, Dubois, Joyce, Wardley, David Adelaide. Yeah, we've had absolutely every heavyweight we possibly can, and he's, you know what? We've had you don't say what's happening in sparring. I don't believe what you go around telling what's happening in sparring, but Franco's done me and himself very proud, and I can't fault what we've learnt together, how much is built up since the spars. See, without going into it too deep, see when Franco first come here, I asked my friend Ice and asked John, I was a bit at a loose end, I was a bit like, cool, this is going to be hard work, really hard work. And a lot of people said well, Franco's very set in his ways, but I thought, yeah, do you know what, accept the challenge, and if I am a coach, I think I am, let's have a go and see if I can change Franco and do something with him. And it sounds like blowing me on trumpet now, doesn't it? Saying a story to big myself up, but
well, no one else will they?
Yeah. But I feel like I've made a massive difference to him, to his game, with the help of others like Johnny Sparks, Ice, and Sonny Upton. This is my coaching team that I've got down here, and with their help, and I think we've changed Franco for the better. And listen, when this guy gets fighting again, he's had his debut. He had his debut on a matchroom card, and obviously COVID just wrecked every career going at the minute, apart from the big names. But once he gets going again, he'll be a household name. I promise you that. He'll be a household name. He's a very, very good boxer. Sensitive guy. Listen, when I tell Franco off in here, he sits on the side of the ring and his bottom lip's out. I'm like, Franco, I've got to tell you off. It's my job to. It's my job to tell you where you're wrong. That's Franco all over. But yeah, listen, I really, really believe he's going to go somewhere. He's a mad talent. I'm moving on with the fighters. We've got a few amateurs that come. We come and help out. Young boy, West Ham boy, Billy Macy, 13 years old. He's like Ricky Hatton. Like, has been tumble dried. He's tumble dried Ricky Hatton. He's tiny, but my God, can he fight! Unbelievable little boxer. And he's like, he comes in, he's like a 40-year-old man. He's like, hello mate, how's your weekend? Like, he talks like that. Nowadays, it's hard to get a good sentence out of the young kids, isn't it? It's hard work, but he's bang on. There's a guy, Tim Oller, who's been helping him train. His season starts up again soon. He had a great spar at Mark Tibbs last week. Mark will tell you himself, really good rounds with, is it Tommy Fletcher they've got down there? This let's swear, this absolute giant. Like, I asked him to come on the doors with me after. Martin introduced me to him, and I was just like, I nearly broke my neck looking up. He is huge. Couldn't believe how big he was. And I had some great rounds last week, along with Franco and Johnny Fisher. But yeah, the gym's good at the minute. It's a good buzz. It's like a family down here. Like this little seating area. We could, after training, some nights and some days, you end up sitting here for 4 hours just gassing. It's good. It's good stuff. We've got Noel and Hannah Rankin's down with us. She's joined us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's joined us.
When did Hannah Rankin join up?
She's been here just over 2 months now, Hannah.
Yeah.
Wanted to trial the gym, see if they could enjoy it and fit in and that. And I think it was like 3 sessions in, and Hannah was like, oh my God, can I stay here? Like, really liked it. She gets on. Listen, there's no ego here. Everyone's learning. Everyone bounces off each other. Ideas get shared. Noel even asked me, what do you reckon of this with Hannah? I help him with her. Noel's got another girl, Dee Allen, that I'm helping him with as well. Big talent. This girl.
Do you think as well, if you take Ben Davison for example, so when he was training Tyson Fury, people were like, who's Ben Davison? Yeah, absolutely. And then after that, more fighters kind of flocked to that stable.
Proved his worth.
Yeah. So with yourself, do you think, albeit it was Hamza Shiraz, and people took note of not just the performance, but just in general, with Ohara,
golden contract final.
Yeah.
A lot of people writ Ohara off for that fight. I think a lot of people thought Ohara was done in his career, but we've turned it around, I believe. Like, Ohara's mental state, and I've said this in interview after interview, a happy Ohara is a dangerous Ohara. And when he's settled, I've been with him 2 years now, worked with him with Angel against Jeff Afori. When he got to the final with McKenna, worked with him in the McKenna final, and I've been working with him since. And his law was a dog, Ohara. If you treat him good, he'll treat you just as good back. And he, honestly, I think the next fight you're going to see a different person. A lot of people have said it as soon as he sparred and trained around him, that he's a completely different fighter to what they remember. So, fingers crossed. And like you said, like, you get a name like that, and people do come to you, but see, boxing, you have got to have, I respect so much the guys that have been in it a lot longer than me. You've got to respect, you've got to learn, but at the same time, listen, my girlfriend cannot stand it when I'm home, because that being weird, like, I'm here all day boxing, I'm on YouTube boxing, and she's laying in bed like, yeah, I'm here, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I'm just sitting there, you babe, look at that. And she's even got to the point where she's picking it up now. Like, we was watching one the other day, and she went, he needs to get a little half a step going and then get the counter. And I'm just like, oh yeah, like, yeah, is that how it is it? Like, you learn. I can learn so much because of the YouTube, because everything's all there now. You can learn a lot off the internet for boxing, off YouTube, social media.
Not how it used to be, is it? Being
around other trainers, where back in the day these trainers had to learn and produce stuff themselves. You can pick it up. Like, I look at Joby Clayton a lot. Joby Clayton's been working with Anthony Joshua, works with Ben Whitaker, and is it Ramla Ali?
Yeah.
And my God, Joby Clayton, what a coach. What a coach. I've rated him so much. Like, his stuff he does with balance. Just little things, just simplifying work. That's what I've gone back with everyone and just stripped them back to the basics. There's these pad coaches and all that. Listen, to market yourself, whack up these big combos, get the catch counters and all that, but when the camera ain't on, stick to basics, because that's what works. Little half steps, footwork, things like that, that's what makes a difference. And that was my little secret with Franco. Franco he's the heaviest geezer I've ever seen try and do a Mayweather style. Like, he come on gym, what are you doing? It works for him, but he never really knew how to establish a jab. And then recently as well, found it in the past, but recently watched the Lennox Lewis documentary. Lennox drives to the back foot for the jab and like really established that. And when we're working it with Franco, I jab something else now. Like it's little things like you can learn it everywhere. So see the coaches, like you said about, they get a bit funny, like who's Ben Davison? Man, pick off each other. That's all I do. I look at a few coaches. There's a coach in Russia, Andre Bupas. I've got his pads, like mustard little pads. But I pick off him, I pick off someone else. It's not cheating, it's just usually like putting all their brains together. You get little complete fighters then.
Yeah, because I've noticed as well, like, I mean, we've just come back from the Peacock. Yeah. That's only up the road. You got yourself in close contention. If you travel further down, you get to Canning Town, you got the old Peacock.
100%, and I think he's in Leighton now, isn't he? McGuigan.
Yep, you got McGuigan, you got Ben Davison up the road as well.
Mark Tibbs around the corner.
Yep, so there you go, you got a nice little circle of stuff.
That's the
more
thing.
accessible now, isn't it?
100%, and like, boxing is an ever-growing sport now because of YouTube. As much as not a massive fan of the YouTube fights, look what they're doing to the sport. There's 100 million viewers that are watching someone. What was people doing? Reviewing toys or unwrap a toy or something. They're now doing a boxing fight. There are 100 million people that are now watching a boxing match. Do you know what I mean? And if 50% of them like thought the boxing was alright, that's 50 million fans. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you can't. As much as I think, as he got his license, but some boys been turned away. You can't knock it, can you? Do you know what I mean? So
no, it's what sells. It's what's marketable.
100%.
And is it good or bad for the sport? Who knows? But it's
I'm in two minds whether it's good or bad. Yeah,
it's making people watch there, right? That's the thing,
100%. As long as people are tuning in, and there's obviously money going into boxing, then the boxing can only get bigger and better. But then, if you want to see the best bit of boxing produced at a minute, get yourself on the Olympics rather than watching these YouTube fighters. Have a look at the Olympics. I haven't watched a bad fight there. It's been absolutely class. Like every fight. Have you seen Caroline Dubois in the Olympics in a minute? She's an animal.
She was on. Was it this morning?
Yeah, she fought this morning.
She fought. She won as well, didn't she?
She's just fashion. There's one girl I wouldn't hold my gloves up against. God, definitely not.
Definitely not the brother as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with a brother like that, you wouldn't, would you? Yeah. She's very class, and like it's only going to grow boxing. Like that's even more accessible to watch as well now. The Olympics. Go on BBC iPlayer, select what sport you want to watch during the Olympics. You can watch it. Stuff like it makes it accessible, and that's why Eddie Hearn. I'm going on and on, but that's why Eddie Hearn's what he's done with Dazn. Like, say I can't get down a pub, or I've got duties with my family or something to watch. Instead of like, oh no, I'm going to leave that, I'm going to go to the pub. No, I'll just watch it on my phone while I'm there. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of people have done it, and it just makes a big difference. Who's the UK company? Is it Fight Zone?
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing the same. Like,
yeah, they had a card, I think, in Sheffield in the car park, didn't they?
Yeah. Hannah jumped in like an exhibition bout for some girl there. Is it Hannah Quigley? Is it Quigley?
Can't remember the name, but I remember the card because I think Derek Kazazi.
And I think my mate Ian Martell fought on that as well.
Did he fight on it as well? So it's getting more and more accessible. I mean, just a final one from myself. In terms of these announcements with Frank Warren and so on and so forth, is there a link there where, if you take Peacock for example, most of the fighters there are Frank Warren fighters. Is that what's going on here as well? Is it going to, or have you got a door open with most people?
It's kind of because I've got a good relationship with the management, like Andy Alien, Simon Legg, Adam Hart from MTK. I've got a good relationship with him. As soon as you're close with, you work with. Is that right? Like, everyone helps each other. Listen, would never turn down getting on an Eddie Hearn, a bit of matchroom work or design or anything like that. Could get to the point where a fighter gets there. Never turn it down. It's just what works for you at that time. Listen, I believe, and I take my word for it as well. My boy Sonny Ali, I 100% believe he's going to be a world champion. 100%. This kid is absolutely special. We've tested him in spars against different opponents and better opponents every time, and he's just shown his level all the time. And I 100% believe, like, you'll see him on a matchroom card one day, or see him on Dazn one day, or this big stage where he'll be a household name himself as well. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely brilliant. Will, where can people follow you? Have you got any final messages?
Follow me, did you say?
Yeah.
Follow me. What is my Instagram? WJ Boxing. Don't even follow me. If you follow me, click on the boys, click on the boys and girls I train, and follow their careers, because they need as much support as they can get, and it ain't easy boxing. It don't pay well. So just give them a follow. And apparently, following now is like making money, isn't it? Getting followers is worth more than a pound note, so give them a follow.
Good stuff. Cheers, mate. Thanks for inviting us down today.
Appreciate it. No worries.
Thanks a lot.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.